There's energy drink all over the mouse from Tucker's. Then it's getting interesting. Let's do. We finished that side mission, right?
You know, it's friggin'. It's getting interesting. You know,
It's neat, different.
neat.
We can fast travel Tucker to the Hyman safe house. Talk like this. I guess I shouldn't say much because we have Welsh ancestry, and they're the ones who have like 80,000 words to say one thing. So
Your mic keeps cutting in and out from my.
I might be over, I don't know, or turn the thing up, or something's glitching out. Something could possibly be glitching up because Quinn was over here breaking my neck and messing with my shit. But yeah, it's definitely possible. Shit's cutting out.
I didn't hear that last word.
It's showing up in the OBS. That's the weird thing. So, I don't know. Maybe turn the mic up.
It's already so high that I can barely hear you over my gun.
Well, then I don't know. It might be that the game is a lot louder than me.
I've already said it's that way. It prioritizes you.
It's not cutting out in OBS, though. So, you know, can you hear me right now, for instance?
Yeah, I can hear you right now.
What's it sound like when I cut out?
I just don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Because if it's like cracking and stuff, then that's something to do with my shit. If it's not cracking, then I mean, it could be the Xbox too. It could be like we're lagging a little bit. So the point I'm getting at in my long-winded diatribe is that I do try to smell the roses. I try to appreciate what game devs have done, unless it's like totally empty. Especially a big RPG where you have to have like thousands of pages of script writing. You have to try to account for all the different variables players can do in an open world game, which tends to be almost endless. And it's so hard to get those games to work and work well and run right. And the most unfair comparison right now is Red Dead Redemption 2. But anybody who's trying to like just grind this thing out like it's Diablo, I don't think you're Starfielding right. It's not an action RPG. It's, in fact, if anything, it's toned down those elements. They're like, there's some looting and there's obviously some stat stuff, but it's definitely not the focus so much as it is what story are you going to tell in the universe.
July 20th, 1976.
Is that what you feel like it's lacking, Tucker's? Like, where's the leveling? Where's the...
The project has encountered some problems.
Well, me and you have very different views when it comes to playing games.
Okay, go ahead.
When you find a game that you like, you'll stick with it and play it for a long time. With me, I try all sorts of games. That's why I was cycling through Texas Chainsaw and Civ earlier.
You like Texas, though. You've been putting some hours into Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, so when I truly do like a game, I'll play it for some time too.
Well,
but sometimes when I play it for...
Go ahead.
Right, but sometimes when I play a game for too long enough, I'm not saying I'm done with it yet. Just I might take a short break from it, like 2K22. I haven't played that since 2K23 came out.
So what you're saying is you don't necessarily hate Starfield, but you're gonna dabble. You can't do a long session.
Yeah.
How do you do it with Derek then? 'Cause you and oh shit, I said his name. Hugo.
We're dead.
Like you and Derek would spend
Oh my God.
all day. But that's his damn name. For God's sake, we have 2 viewers. Like one's mom. Hi, mom. Playing Mech Warrior. Like, and you would still be happy and excited to play it, like, all damn night. Because I'm with you. I can't... Even Starfield, I can put some decent sessions into, but you've noticed when we play together, Tucker, like, every couple hours, I get us up and take a break.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, that's another weakness of mine, I guess, especially in the Twitch field, is I can't actually comfortably just sit for 12 hours to fucking... Occasionally, something very weird, obsessive compulsive happens, and most disappointing to myself, it's usually on a god dang Roblox game that Tucker will introduce to me, like Lumber Tycoon or Islands Wizards Edition. And I would just wake up in the damn morning. I'll be like, well, I'll take a shit eventually. And it'll be like midnight, and I realize, oh my god, I haven't gotten up. And all the time, it's always because there's a project. Well, I gotta do the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, and it just keeps you going, With games like Mech Warrior, unless there's like a definite goal and I'm excited to see it, it just feels like we're grinding. Kind of just, you know, it's Fortnite, for instance. Like Fortnite, you and I, and well, we both kind of reached our breaking point with Fortnite's bullshit meta right now. And it's back to that, like, yeah, let's just mindlessly grind shit. And life is so, like, you know, you only get the one life. It's so experienced, it's so varied. There's so many things to do and see and be in your life. Whenever games confront me with, hey, here's a hamster wheel, get on it and walk, I just say, fuck this. I can't do this.
Well, I guess the difference is that I don't get near as many opportunities to play with Derek then.
So that was mostly because you were getting to hang out with Derek. And you like mechs.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, Mech Warrior's cool. I'm not trying to diss Mech Warrior. I just probably couldn't do it for 8 hours straight. And like, you guys were grinding your asses off.
Well, we played this one game that Derek bought. I forget what it's called. Oh shoot, my bad. Hugo, but
It's all, the cat's out of the bag. Just ignore the fact that there's like 2 million Dereks, so they'll never really know which Derek.
so he bought this game for us to try. I think it was called like Birdfall or something.
What was it called?
Birdfall. It was a game about it was a card game with birds.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty fun.
So me and him just spent like the whole day playing that game.
That game was kind of tough, right?
Yeah, it was a little complicated.
What was kind of rough is that Derek didn't like Project Zomboid.
He didn't?
No, he really disliked. What's weird is Derek actually likes roguelikes, but he hated the roguelike features in Project Zomboid.
Did he openly say it, or?
Yeah, he told me. He said he was like, he just wished that he could keep his stats. He didn't like that he was out like killing stuff and trying to level and read, and then he loses the stats.
Oh, there's mods for that.
Yeah, then it was the classic thing where we were doing that, then he didn't like it, so we installed like 30 mods, and he's like, yeah, okay. Because then we have to maintain that never-ending list of mods so we're all compatible with one another. We do that a lot. It's weird. So when Derek was younger, Derek, by the way, was actually amazing at game dev and totally could have done it for a living. He was really good at programming, and he's actually really creative. And something about really good game devs is they're actually really good at games. They're usually 9 times out of 10 really good gamers, the best game devs. So Derek was also a really, really good gamer. Castlevania, Mega Man, I mean, he's the shit at those games. And he used to like actually just hang out, and we would play like Minecraft, and he would get into it. And then invariably he would be like, yeah, I love this game, so I'm going to quit it. That was his thing every single time. Is if he loved a game, he would quit that game because he felt like he would end up putting too much time into it, or like, I don't know, made him too happy. I don't really know, but
Yeah, back.
all right. So now I'll tell the world's things about people they don't know. So we've already done the side quests, so you guys can see about how the side quests work in this game. We haven't even realized we're doing the side missions. In fact, look, we're basically done. Holy shit. What did we get for doing these side missions too? Like, that's another thing. We're done with the side missions, but what did they do? What did we learn from doing these side missions? Anything? Doesn't seem like it.
Where are we traveling now?
Can you tell me, Tucker? What happened? Because we did most of the side missions. We're fast traveling to Bjorn, where the alcoholics stay and protect the wine. There's 2 more side missions on this island. Tucker, what did we accomplish by doing these side missions?
Nothing.
We
got like XP.
Oh yeah, we did get some XP, I guess. But see, there's nothing telling you you're doing this stuff.
Horn. Out of the bowl. Bow, 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 bow. Where to?
All the way to the 1. Looks like there's 2 more side missions in this DLC. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we would go really hard on Minecraft and like Fallout 3. Your dad and mom got Derek Fallout 3 for Christmas one year, and he went to Walmart the next day and returned it.
Really?
Yeah, he returned it because he was like, I just can't get into it. I just know that once I start playing it, I won't be able to stop. So he just returns it. And he like, and so he loves games that he'll still let himself do that with, like Stellaris, he let himself get into. But oh, holy shit, that even echoed. That was impressive. That was like the tongue thing. I don't blame him, I get what he's going for. Oh, wait, maybe I can get you. Maybe I can use that useless medical perk one more time. It still pisses me off that we've never been able to get... It'd be cool if we could go ahead and, between now and when you're over here next, if I could get a space built so we could wrap that shit up, that'd be great. But we can't get... And if we can't get...
Where did the...
Go ahead.
Where did the echo come from?
Fuck if I know. I mean...
You talked about an echo.
Echo. I don't know where the echo came from. Try again.
You know when I went...
Oh, I
down
don't know.
the hill,
So
you
like
said, oh,
loud
there's
it
an
even
echo.
went into this mic. And it
Oh.
became like a never-ending, like that lady reading the text back of what it was typing.
Oh, yeah.
Typing what she read, she kept reading it.
Trying to talk back to me?
Now wait just 1 minute. Now wait just 1 minute. Now wait just 1 minute.
Do I say period or period? Oh dear. Oh.
Oh dear. That software usually is just trash. But it's doing what it's supposed to do.
It's copying every word she said.
Yeah. Okay, if like look how good those leaves look there for a second. If by the time we're done with the main story we still don't have command points, that's just another piece of content we're not gonna touch. But
The car just blew up for no reason.
we're nearing the end of the year, which to me is like putting shivers up my spine. Oh.
Because that means we've almost put a whole year into this game.
Yes. And we have so many projects on our board that we just haven't touched. What is going on? I can't see shit.
Every time I get that poison status effect, it's so annoying because it blocks up my screen and makes me see red.
Yeah, especially bad with the snow. Where were all these robots earlier? This is
Oh my
another
god.
classic Gen Z thing where there's no combat for hours and then you just can't get out of it.
I just got melted.
You know we're nearing the end of the line too because we keep repeating conversations. We're down to basically like journaling my private thoughts on the world of game dev. Lootology is the philosophy that only core gameplay matters, as opposed to loreology, which says that games are just mediums to tell stories with. But here's the thing about that, both of those. They're both right. They're both right. Like you can tell an amazing story but have bad writing. You can have amazing writing but tell a bad story. It's when those things come together that you have a masterpiece. It's the same thing with, except that like a movie, it's a whole bunch of, but it's even more than that. Animation, sound design, world building, modeling.
Finally, sorry.
You're good.
It got dark, so that way we won't see red anymore.
Yeah, that was so bad. But if you come up over the hill, it's bright again. For some reason.
Hallelujah.
No kidding. Physics doesn't matter here. I have one big beef with Starfield to bring it back. I think these games need to stop trying to do the whole galaxy universe is your oyster thing. The only game I've ever had that work in is Mass Effect. It does a good job of giving you a limited range of options, having technology that makes it make sense, the Mass Effect relay, and in a small sample size, making you feel like you're on another world. No Man's Sky, my huge grief with No Man's Sky is like, on Earth, there is so much variety. There's so much variety just in one country, let alone the whole planet. ice, jungle, deciduous forest, temperate zones. So much variety, so much biology. And even with humans, you know, different languages, different ethnicities, different cultures, etc. All just on one planet. Even in the United States, the contiguous United States, you have differences in culture. So when they're like, yeah, let's have a whole planet, let's have a whole universe rather, it's just no way to really put that into scope properly. Whereas Borderlands, when it just focused on Pandora with Borderlands 2 and like really opened it up, that worked. You can just focus on one map. Like, yes, Tucker.
Like this. What's the difference between a machine gun and a submachine gun, too?
The difference between a machine gun and a machine gun?
Machine gun and a submachine gun.
A submachine gun?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. Fully automatic, but it must be lacking some feature to keep it from being a full machine gun. That's a good question, man. I actually had some decent food in him for once. Nice.
Finally. Stuff that works with me.
What is going on? What's doing so much damn damage to us? This poison effect is just bullshit.
Yeah, because it like blinds you.
Yes. It really does. Okay, we're almost to this damn side quest. Now, what do we discuss as we mindlessly run across the map again? Back to lootology and lore.
Oh, somebody set a shotgun trap in here.
Ooh. Story. You know, another reason Starfield's a big deal, though, Tucker, is because as PlayStation 5 continues to dominate the entire world of gaming here, Microsoft and its long-term strategy, buying up studios, pushing Game Pass, and trying to bring exclusives and great franchises back to the Xbox. This is supposed to be where all that starts to finally pay off. Because Halo, it was supposed to start with Halo, but we both know how Halo Infinite's gone. And, you know, it's been, I'd say, a blunder, really. Unfortunately. Probably a solid game, but really has come across as a blunder and feels like a Microsoft game. And I'm going to say something super controversial here. EA actually puts out fun games. A lot of the EA shit is actually fun at the end of the day. Yeah, they're obviously infamous, rightfully so, for all of the microtransaction, monetization, squeezing every single penny out of their players that they do. But a lot of the shit they've made is actually fun at the end of the day. They haven't made it, but they've published it. A lot of Microsoft games feel like I'm playing Windows. And like Halo was Bungie's, and that's what made it great. And Microsoft just so happened to open their wallets and, you know, support them. That helps, of course. But when Microsoft is actively gets involved in games, there's not a lot of them that are great. Fable was made by Lionhead, and Microsoft having 343 curated by them, made by them, it's always just felt like an extension of Microsoft. And I think Microsoft is good at making dry, boring ass OSs, and they're definitely good at data and making a shit ton of money. But I don't know that they're really good at making great games, great video games.
Great game.
Maybe that's why Halo Infinite feels so stuck in the past and soulless in a lot of ways. I tried to get it back into it. I was having a real pissed off day, and I logged into Halo for 5 minutes and played one multiplayer match. I just logged out immediately again. It just feels like it's 20 years old. It doesn't do anything new or fun, and the people that are playing it are so hardcore Halo that there's just no in between.
Either absolute noobs or sweats.
Right. It's like either some kid's like, oh, Halo, and tries it out, and then they find out it's like, yeah, this is how games used to play in 2001. And why isn't this any different? When we have Destiny, this is the problem. I know people can bitch and gripe about Destiny. I used to be one. That game has pushed the boundaries of what can be done in a shooter and what can be done with a looter shooter and what can be done. No other games have managed to do it. The social light game thing, the progressive, this game never really ends thing. Only Destiny has pulled it off for all of its issues. And they wanted to do that with Halo Infinite, obviously. That's why it's infinite. And it was going to be the last Halo, and they haven't. And how they're going to do it when the base of the game doesn't have any of the structure to it. The game is built to sell shit. They thought they were going to get a Fortnite. That's my honest to God opinion. And Fortnite doesn't even manage to make as much money as it once did, even though it still makes shitloads of money. Still makes plenty of money, but it's not like it was. What was it, 2017, Tucker, 2018, that Fortnite was the Goliath?
I think its peak was like 2018.
Yeah, and when it was making reported, like, what did we read, $300 million per day on the iOS store?
I can't even remember.
It was ridiculous.
Sounds right though.
It was in the hundreds of millions they were making every single day. And Fortnite in a lot of ways plays like it had that kind of money because they did do a lot, but then this season, like, what's our big gripe with this season, Tucker?
Sweaties and skill-based matchmaking.
We're in a different elo, but also the meta for this season doesn't suit us. Last season, okay, Tucker, just push on ahead and grab that shit, I guess.
Moin.
Last season, Tucker ran shotguns. I ran a lot of assault rifle perks. Quinn was Quinn. And we did fine. We could just tear shit up, to be honest with you. And when we lost, it was just because we were being stupid. This season, it's all about, like, SMGs, really powerful shotguns. And they introduced, like, turrets and all kinds of weird stuff. And for some reason, we are just getting smacked around. And, yeah, it's just lost its fun. Locate and enter the FOA 5. Wait, does this side quest actually have story to it? According to the log transmission at the Hyman Command Center, there's a facility nearby used by Department 5 of the Defense Research Institute, FOA, that experienced an emergency lockdown in the morning hours before the attack. The affected sub-department, called FOA 53, has seemingly recently had its entire research team murdered or gone missing on the same night, just a few nights before the cataclysm. Everything points to the facility in question being somehow linked to the machine invasion. Go there, find out more. Okay. We're actually moving things along a little bit.
I spec'd into increased health, but I still have 100.
Oh, really? Maybe it's damage resistance then. I haven't even looked at my damage.
It says increases your maximum health, plus 10% increase.
Dude, why do we level so slow?
I don't know.
We've had multiple sessions here lately. We've been in this game a year, and I'm not even level 30 yet. I figured out, like, I haven't even looked at my skill tree in the last 4 or 5 times we played. I thought I'd have like 3 points. There's 1 goddamn point sitting there. How many did you have?
0. I just leveled up.
Wow. We've killed a lot of robots and done a lot of quests. I can't remember what the hell we're talking about. Destiny. I don't know if they're ever going to make a Destiny 3 or not. That's probably where, you know, I would hope that that's where they're going to head. But they've invested now so much in Destiny 2 and done so much with it that I don't know that they want to move on.
I think they, after enough time, make a Destiny 3.
They were on contract to do a Destiny 3 with Sony, and now Sony's bought them, so I assume that's what's going to happen.
You think they're going to make an exclusive?
Oh, of course. Yeah, they've already been doing that from the beginning. It's really one of the sadder stories. I mean, Bungie and Microsoft made magic together. And, you know, Sony's spitting in Microsoft's eye. And what's crazy is Microsoft was close. Microsoft had to be thinking about trying to get Activision Blizzard for a long time. A long time. And Activision Blizzard bought Bungie. They teamed up and they were, you know, we're all gonna combine first-person vision because Activision made COD. Truth is that team's long gone. Long gone. For God's sake, that was a Medal of Honor team that split off and made Call of Duty into what it became. Those days are gone. Call of Duty is just another soulless franchise in a lot of ways. And Blizzard, of course, is just a shell of its former self. They just became super, super rich and became publishers, and that's that. It's not even remotely close to the days of Blizzard's greatness with StarCraft and Warcraft and Ultimate. Right. Those people are mostly retired or out of the industry. That's the biggest reason for it. The talent changes. And it's amazing that a game like Bethesda has had so much consistency, and it's because Todd Howard's been in charge there. Those are all Todd Howard games. The games that we think of as really being like amazing, like Morrowind, that wasn't Todd Howard. He was high up at Bethesda at that point, but he wasn't the lead designer. Okay, anyway. And then they broke off from Activision Blizzard and went independent. Microsoft was eyeing Activision Blizzard, had to be, because this is a major, major takeover. We're talking billions of dollars and major merge of giant companies. And then what happened is Activision Blizzard had a bunch of like, oh, hold on.